All right, hey guys, what's going on? My name's Chris Jaquez, and this is Your Best Life Defined. I hope you're doing well. I hope since the last time you listened, if you're new to this, I hope in the next few weeks you're going to sit back and go, hey, wait a minute, maybe there is a better way to do this. Maybe I am not living my best life and I should be. I hope that's the case. For those of you who keep showing back up, thank you very much. It feels good. It really does. It feels good to actually kind of see things start to happen. I'm watching the analytics on this and, it's going places. It'll take some time, but we're going to keep showing up. I know I am. And thank you for doing the same thing. So let me tell you something. I forgot to tell you before you jumped into this snake pit with me. This doesn't ever end. Okay, so if you're actively involved in living your best life, I forgot to tell you, I should have given you a disclaimer at the beginning of this when you first signed on for this, but this never ends. You never actually ever finish living your best life. Because, see, what it comes down to is there are two kinds of people in the world, and I've said this before. There are two kinds of people in the world. There are people who are sitting in the middle of their life, and they've accepted exactly what their life looks like, and they're not doing anything to change it. They are simply responding to the requirements of this model that they've created for themselves, this life they've created for themselves, right? And then there's a really small segment of the population who actually wakes up every day, and even though they have an abundance of things that they've done for years, they continue to add something new. They continue to add something to their life that actually makes it, or is in the process of taking it in a new direction. And it may be as simple as enhancing your relationship, or maybe enhancing your relationship while getting physically fit, by working on your fitness. You could do that by inviting your partner for a walk every week, or inviting your partner for a walk every week, or going to the gym together, or doing, any number of things you could be doing. But no matter what you look at in your life, whether it's finances or it's relationship or it's raising your children, no matter where you are in your life, what you know about that process or what you can possibly do to make that better, to make your life better in that area, it will never end. Because there's always going to be someone or something that will actually enhance that experience. I can't believe it. I mean, there was a time when I would have never imagined that when Sandy and I were having a discussion about some tough issues, that at the end of it, when we're done talking about it, we would actually feel better about our relationship and about each other. That's crazy. I remember years of, we would have conversations or would start out as conversations about different things, and before it was over, I felt like a schmuck and she was crying. Never imagined. But I knew that there was always an opportunity to improve it. The question is, can you find the energy to do that? I mean, and when I say you'll never be done, you know what? There are two instances where you will be done trying to live your best life, when you don't have to do another damn thing to it. The first is when you give up. And there are a lot of those. There are a lot of people. You're probably listening to this right now, and you probably know someone who is sitting in the middle of their life. They're not trying to learn anything new. They're not trying to change anything about themselves or their experience or their interaction with others or what they're able to accomplish in the future. They have no goal beyond getting through today. There is nothing pushing them outside their box. They're just floating in their murky-ass pond called their life, and little things happen, and instead of taking action and being proactive, they're just responding to crap. Oh, what? Oh, my God, oh, you blew a tire. How the hell did that happen? Right, okay, now I've got to work to buy a tire. With no idea or no goal beyond that. They're done. They've settled for this life. Okay, check. We have everything. They got that list they were given as a child, and as they grew up, they looked at what they had to collect to win the game, and they won the game. They're done. Don't want to play anymore. Just grinding it out. And then there's the other group of people who will be done living their best life. And you can find those people in the cemetery, in the graveyard. Which one are you? Obviously, if you're listening to this, you're not in the cemetery yet, which is actually good news, because that means you still have a chance to do some shit to change the crap you're doing, so you have some stuff that inspires you and puts fuel in your tank. If you're not going anywhere, you don't have any gas to go anywhere. Sucks. Remember when you was a teenager and you needed gas money, have that car sitting out there, have that truck sitting out there, and if you just had some gas, you could go do some fun stuff? That's where you're at. That's where you're at. And if you listen to the last podcast, the only way you get there is to ask yourself questions about you. Be more like you. Try to be like you, right? But you'll never be done other than that. There's always something that can go better. You can always manage your finances a little better. You can always be even more irresistible to your partner. I got that shit down. I'll tell you what, I got that shit down. Empathy, be a good listener. My wife loves me because I listen. And I love to listen because I love my wife. No one shuts her down. She's got stories to tell, and I'm here to hear every bit of it. And guess what that did to my relationship? Well, coming up on 40 years. 40 years, two friends hanging out together, doing these things together, trying to define what we can do to make it better, not only for ourselves, but for each other. Cool, huh? And I'll never be done. I'll never be done. When things go to hell and we're facing things that we never dreamed we'd face, guess what? I'm going to do my best to make it as easy as I can on the people I love. Do my best to say, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Right? Cool, because I'm never going to be done. So let's bring it to you. Uh-oh. This is where this shit gets kind of south, right? It goes south, then okay, I don't want to talk about me. I don't want to think about me. Well, of course you don't. And the hardest thing we ever have to do in our life is to turn our view to ourselves, because we know we're flawed. We know we have all kinds of baggage from when we were kids, and we're weird about this and we're screwed up with that, right? And of course, the reality is we also know when we're not putting it out there, when we're not doing our best, when we're not working hard enough at living our life or being the person we know we can be. I mean, if you're sitting around drinking beer every day and you don't have anything else going on in your life, how does that work? What have you decided? Well, from where I'm sitting, and of course I'm just one person, but from where I'm sitting, I think you're done. I think you're done. You're done. The next step is dead. Oh, damn, did I say that? Yeah, I did, because that's the truth. You notice the universe never stops? And if the universe stops, that's going to be crap for us, right? That's going to be a bad day for us, right? But the universe never stops. The seasons continue to cycle, and the earth continues to turn, and the sun continues to burn, and it just continues to evolve. Even now, the universe is evolving. We've got earthquakes, and we've got fires, and we've got floods, and we've got horrendous storms, and it just continues. We got upheaval and anger, right? That's it. The universe will never be done. And the universe is trying to kill us right now, too, if you think about it, right? It's not done with us either, right? It's just like, okay, these guys suck. They aren't really doing much good here. So let's see if we can wipe them out with a disease, or maybe we can catch a few of them with a storm or a tornado. So when you look around at the environment you live in, the people and the things that survive are the ones that are able to evolve. I don't care what you think about COVID-19. My goal is to stay alive, okay? I don't have any political agenda in that, and I have a practical agenda. If I'm not alive, I don't get to do shit like this, right? So no matter what you think about COVID or my mask, it doesn't really have anything to do with me, because I'm doing me, right? I'm waking up every day and I'm going, okay, how can I survive today? Can you imagine if the cavemen walked around waiting for everyone else to decide how they should conduct business so they don't get eaten by a saber-toothed tiger or get stomped on by a mammoth, right? Wouldn't go very far. We wouldn't even be here probably. The caveman would have been wiped out, right? You're never done unless you've given up on life, unless you've given up on the idea that you can do more, or you're dead. And we already ruled that one out. Sorry, I didn't mean to get you into this like this. Didn't mean to draw you into something you might not ever be able to escape. But the truth is, you can't escape it. You can just shut this off. You can escape it. You can just decide, okay, I'm good enough. This is good enough for me. I don't have anything else I want to learn. Don't have anything else I want to accomplish. And it doesn't have to be an earth-shaking event. You don't have to write a book or become a famous movie star. You could figure out how to complete a Rubik's Cube in a minute. You could figure out how to play chess. You could learn how to play golf. You could read a book that you always wanted to read, or maybe read a book you never thought you'd read. You could listen to an audible. You could have a conversation with someone who's completely opposite of you, or so you think, just so you can discover that they're actually just like you. Wow. Long list. You're never done. Now you can be. That's where alcohol and addiction comes in. I think that's where alcohol and addiction comes in, because what happens is that noise in your head, it never stops. That quest, it's the hunter-gatherer thing that makes us go to Walmart, and instead of getting one thing, we get 10 things, right? This is a hunter-gatherer. We know we need to be moving. We know we need to do something. So guess what we do? We numb it. We dull that feeling, that drive that keeps pushing us, like feeling like we haven't done enough, or we're not doing enough, or we're not doing what we should do. Right? I mean, that's just one man's view. That's just my view on it. And from where I'm sitting, and from what I've done in my life, I will never be done. As I've said before, I'm in the third round of an MMA fight. I wake up every day, and even when I don't want to do it, I put my gloves on and I go out there and I fight for it. I fight for the opportunity to be here with you, to be a better person for myself, to be a partner for my wife, to be a better dad to my children, to be a better person, a better steward of this world. Because this time is a gift. It's a gift. And if you're wasting it, if you're sitting on the couch thumbing through your phone, feeling sorry for yourself, you are wasting that time. And you are technically training to be done with living your best life. This is as good as it gets. Say, I got a beat up old car. I'm living in a junky ass rental. I got a few dollars in my pocket. I make a little money, and I got some food in the fridge. And every once in a while, I get to spend some money on some good shit. I ain't making this story up. This is your deal, huh? This is your deal. I don't know for sure. I don't know. But I'll tell you this. I'm going to continue to be here because I believe there's someone out there, someone who's listening to this right now who's ready for it. And that's the ticket. And God forbid I should silence myself, not put the effort out, and miss the opportunity to change someone's life. And that's really where I'm at. That's really where this whole story is going. It's I look around and I don't see the happiness that's portrayed on on social media and on the television and every other damn place you look. I just don't see it. People smile in the news at the end of each newscast. They tell us how great it is. Someone is, and it's fine. It's not fine. The world has gone to hell. The world has gone to hell. The most ironic thing I heard in my life is that it's okay. Everything's going to be fine. Well, the only way it's going to be fine is if you take action to make it fine. If you're not done making it better, that's when your life will get better. So, hey, keep that in mind. As always, you got to remember to be kind. Kindness is a great tool to set your mind and set your path for something good for you. Anger begets anger. I know, I was there. So try and step away from it. And as always, just remember, today's your day. Make it a good one.